Well, on one hand, it's very free, so everyone can write whatever. All the media can, or most of the media can write whatever they want. On the other hand, of course, a couple of years we had a murder of a journalist, of our colleague. So on one hand, like there is a lot of freedom, and on the other hand, there are risks. And it was not only Jan Kuciak being killed, of course, it was like the most horrible case, but there were like other journalists on his list, on the list of the murderer, and there were a lot of other journalists being harassed. What the new government, for example, has been doing is that they are really trying to target individual journalists. They know that it's harder to harass the newspaper because the newspaper is relatively big, it has lawyers and so on, it can defend itself. But for some individual journalists, like if Americans have this word like dog whistle, so like if these far right politicians, which are, or like extremist politicians, which are actually in the government, they just publish a Facebook status saying, this one journalist is an enemy of the state, and he or even she, like usually very often it's against women, like she shouldn't be a journalist, and it's really horrible, and so on. And that's all it takes. Like then, like hundreds of other people start harassing the journalist, and they are really following her on the street, and he comes out of the theater and he gets harassed by the people, and so on. So that's the part that's the thing that shouldn't be happening, of course. That you should be free only not only to write what you want, but also then be free from like threats of violence, for example. And that's the problematic part for us.